Tubes.
And you guys are live.
Yes! Hello!
Hello!
Hi! We heard there are people waiting, so thank you. That's so flattering. I hope it's the big, beautiful, bloody sign that Sam made that did it, because I was excited about it too. But hi! It's me! It's Avery!
And Danielle. Sorry,
I didn't cue you in. I know, it's my fault. I was actually waiting to see how long it was going to take.
Right?
I did it on purpose. My bad. Hi, so Avery and Danielle, we've been doing some video game streams when we've been able to, and we've had the time because, you know, things have been crazy lately. So we've been doing that pretty recently, so if you've seen us together, that's probably why. Today we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we're going to do some little special effects makeup. It's going to be practice for me. This is the 5th piece I've ever done in my entire life. I'm a huge horror movie fan and sci-fi fan, especially when it comes to really, really, really good practical and special effects. In my head, when I think about myself becoming a filmmaker and doing all that stuff and Monster Maker and doing all these crazy endeavors with all this stuff, I kind of envision CGI being touch-up versus physically seeing this stuff being just, it holds, like, The Thing is always a big example for me because I love, that's one of my all-time favorites, and it just... so good. Like,
awesome.
you watch those over and over, and they still hold in so many ways. And for me, it's because of the special effects and the practical effects and things. So I'm excited to start practicing this stuff myself. And Danielle is nice enough to let me mutilate her body today. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing. Again, this is like my 5th piece that I've ever done. So I believe when you're kind of taking on something new, you should just kind of jump in and go for it and give it a shot and see where you go.
Right.
Practice. You have to see how this stuff works, I feel like, in order to kind of understand. So I've seen, obviously, a couple tutorials and things. This one specifically, I'm going to be sticking this nice little utensil through Danielle's arm. I've seen a lot of people recently where they've stuck items completely through their cheeks and completely through their arms and things. And I haven't seen too many people like pull things out where it hasn't gone all the way through. So I'm going to do a little bit more on that take today. I found the closest that I can find as far as tutorials and getting ready for this was like one little thing where like they pulled a splinter out of the finger.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I could find, and I couldn't even find a tutorial. I just found a video of somebody doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do my best to recreate that same kind of an effect, but with something a little bit larger. So again, I don't exactly know what I'm doing here, but we're gonna try it out.
Yeah.
So cleaning Danielle's arm first, and I'm trying to figure out this, because I imagine it being at like the very meaty part of your arm. Okay, so I'm putting this one through your arm. I'm actually gonna keep it more right here. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna mark this really quick with some makeup, and I just recently again started diving into this thing. So my first kit that I bought was the Marin makeup special effects, like just a beginner's kit. So it came with kind of just the basic setup to give me an idea of what to do when I started buying bigger, bulkier pieces of other things that I knew that I was going to start using a lot of and that I really liked I started looking at a bunch of forums and tutorials and things and kind of getting an idea of what people like. So I'm just going to use this really quickly just to mark where I want this to go on Danielle. So I'm just going to kind of color the back of it really quick. I've seen a lot of people on like tutorials and stuff do they'll just mark it with like a pencil or something. But I'm going to do it this way. Alright, so I kind of want it Danielle, what are some of your favorite scary movies? I should ask, what's your favorite scary movie? Like Ghostface, but I don't have the Ghostface thing.
Oh, favorite?
Some of your favorites. I don't have favorite things, so I am totally fine if it's just like a couple to throw out there. Because I don't know what kind of horror movies you've seen. I'm going to use some of Marin's liquid latex, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this down over the line that I already put so that I can try and stick this little bad boy on there a little bit better, because I think that's like going to be the biggest problem, is probably getting that to stick. I'm a person that likes to use my fingers a lot too, so like when I paint and do other things, I use myself as the swatch pad.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah, that's how I prefer to do things, so I'll probably end up using my fingers mostly throughout this. Alright, I'm not sure how far up I need to go. So some favorite scary movies.
Oh. That's going to be hard. I haven't watched a scary movie in a long time. Other than last night, we just watched Color of Space.
Color Out of Space.
Color Out of Space.
So I let Danielle borrow that one. Chris and
Yeah.
Danielle borrowed that pretty recently. So
That was such a good movie.
it's if anybody hasn't seen it yet, it's one of my favorite horror movies that came out recently. It's by Spectre Vision. Their studio started by Elijah Wood, which is amazing. That one was done by Richard Stanley. And good old Nick Cage is in it, who I freaking love. So that makes me really, really happy. What'd you think of it? What was your favorite part?
Favorite part was probably towards the end where all the crazy shit happens. And like all the colors and literally color out of space. I mean, just them taking over everyone. That was crazy. Oh, and the alpacas. That was, I mean, that was
the animal of the
sad,
future.
but
for anybody who knows or doesn't know. That was sad, but speaking of the thing, though, did it not remind you of the thing and the dogs?
Oh, yeah, right?
Very much so.
Yeah.
All right, so I forgot Vaseline or petroleum jelly, which is what you use, to work with your wax. So what I'm going to do is start taking some big ol' globs off of synthetic modeling wax, and this is also a Marin product. This is one that didn't come in the original kit that I bought. This is something that I bought extra just because I was like, wow, I'm going to use a lot of this. And I heard that this was kind of a newer thing, that they started releasing some bigger and different types of waxes and stuff too. So I've been liking this product. It's a little bit hard to work with in a certain sense, the wax, just because it is very sticky and kind of hard to use a little bit in as far as like applying it and getting it to spread and stuff. So, I forgot petroleum jelly or Vaseline, which is what you use to kind of like really help to spread this out. But I have lotion, so I'm just going to make that work. So what are we doing? We are adapting. How do you survive horror movies? Hopefully by adapting. Right. Do I think I would survive a horror movie? Nope. No, but I would like to think so.
Right?
Yes, very much so. I would like to think so.
Cabin in the Woods was another good one.
Oh, Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Good.
That's with the monsters underground, right? In their cages. Yeah.
That's with the whole movie. Thing. That has a whole big old trip fest with it. That's for sure. So, yeah, I freaking yep. That one's a whole crazy one. An absolute crazy fest. All right. So, I think I'm going to need some more of that. Whoa, ow. Getting kind of sticky. Cabin in the Woods. That is a really good one. I'm trying to get Danielle and Chris to watch Mandy next, which I warned them was going to be a whole nother crazy fest. It's by the same studio that did Color Out of Space. And also, it's another Nick Cage one, who I absolutely love in crazy horror movies. So, you know, let's see. That's pretty stuff on there. That's pretty good. All right, so just trying to figure out how much of this I need. Again, this would be a lot easier if I decided to bring all the right products, but why would I make that easy on myself?
Yeah, right?
Beginner mistakes. Always beginner mistakes. All right, so we're getting this pretty good. Probably about that. Just need a little bit more. The last couple times that I did some of these things, I kind of, one of the last cuts that I did, I used not enough wax, so it was kind of interesting to get some of that spread out at the end. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't do this time. Looks like it's just a gross little worm. All right. Also has to cover it. Good thing I bought a bunch of wax, like I said. I guess doing this in the future, I'll make sure to kind of get this a little bit more dug out in advance. That might help. So I don't know if anybody's watching. If you are, thank you. That's super cool. If you haven't subscribed yet, we would really appreciate if you would do that. It helps. It helps us out a lot. If you want to like, share, subscribe at whatever platform you're on. All the things.
Megan's watching.
It helps. Hi! What's up, Megan? It's been a while. How have you been? Did I get it? Getting this big old worm thing on frickin' Danielle next. Alrighty. And if at all I start hurting you or anything, please let me know.
Okay.
Okay. So I think I got that about as long. Oh, I got it kind of. Will that cover it all the way in the middle? It should, but I'm gonna put a little bit more right there just in case. I definitely am very ambitious when I do these things. I saw, like I mentioned, the little, splinter pull, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do a splinter. I'm gonna do a whole freaking thing. I did that with the first cut that I did too. I was like, I'm just gonna do a huge knife. Yeah, it's fine. Right? It's fine. I'm gonna do all of it.
It's fine.
just gonna, make it extremely difficult on myself. It's great. I enjoy this.
That's funny.
I just can't help myself, I guess. To make it so damn hard all the time. Let's see. I watched Predator the other day. Hello, Arnold. I love freaking old school Predator. It was so good. So cheesy and actiony sometimes, but still so good. Right? Absolutely. All right, so getting this big ol' worm creature going, and just to kind of help it stick a little bit more when I start doing this, and also since I have that big ol' thing in the middle there, ooh, lets me open it. Help! Help! Let's see if you can open it. I don't know if that's gonna work. I might have sealed it shut.
No. Chris.
Are we gonna have to call
It's just popping up.
Oh, no, you're totally fine. I'll fix that in just a second. I can't open this. Help! Assistance! You can open it.
Assistance needed.
Assistance! If you can't open it, it's okay. We can move on. But I would like it if it could open.
Jesus.
I know, seriously. Hold on. I'll put some more underneath there. Just to kind of... it's fine.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Which is good. Good to know. If not, honestly, I can just use
Oh, there, now it popped open if you wanted to put more.
Actually, yeah. Just to kind of... That's it. Of course, I put a big old glob. Because I can't help myself.
It's a bad design for a bottle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did you get it?
Yeah.
You got it. I'm so happy. I'm just going to put this, let that sit again for a second. Get all this liquid latex off me. What's really nice about this liquid latex, it's for like added skin and like getting like pulled skin looks and stuff. It's really easy to use, which I like.
Oh,
Most of this
nice.
stuff is really easy
That's
to
awesome.
use, which I absolutely enjoy about this whole process. Is it really is easy to just dive in and start making a bunch of crap. So that part has been really fun. Little wax. And then I'll start. Yeah, this is a really bad design for a bottle. So what I'm going to put down next when this starts drying out a little bit more, this is some Marin Spirit Gum. This was another item that came in the original kit. I'm going to get some more of this. I don't know if I'm going to use this or Ben Nye. I guess we're going to see. I'm going to try the Ben Nye one. But what this does is it helps hold. It's just an adhesive, so it helps hold some of this stuff. So it's going to help hold this sucker on there a little bit easier. So
Yeah.
let this dry out a little bit more. We're going to cover it right now, too, so that'll be okay. Putting some spirit gum. I guess I kind of want to make sure it sticks on that metal thing too. It's not too much because it doesn't have to slide out. It's going crazy with the spirit gum. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know if I'm supposed to use that much, but I'm going to do it anyway. Here we go. Yay! It's got some glue on there. Some more lotion. Whoa, sliding everywhere. Alrighty, let's go for it. No stopping us now. Alright, so put that on there. Oh. So we should actually. Ha! It's sticking. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to need this sucker. We're going to start. Again, we're supposed to be using petroleum. But that is not what I have today. Oh, man. Which would, ultimately make this easier. start hurting you, please let me know.
I will.
Whoa. There we go. I'm gonna push this down.
Yeah, go ahead.
There we go. Push it down. There we go. Thank you. Thank you and thank you. I definitely like to use my hands a lot more than I like to use the tools.
Mm-hmm. You can just feel it better too.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. Again, should be using petroleum jelly, and it would be making this whole process a lot easier.
Yeah.
But we're gonna make it work, because that's what we do.
Here. There you go. Use it for the big parts.
Cup, cup.
Right. The what?
Chim, chim, cup, cup.
Chim Chim Cup Cup.
Hi!
Oh, hello! What's up, Chim Chim Cup Cup? What's happening?
Sam says, love Predator. Funny thing, I actually watched Alien the other day.
Did you? Oh, such a... Oh, I love Alien so much. I can't even tell you how much. How freaking much I love Alien, Sam. Come back to that.
That stuff is hard to work with.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, petroleum jelly, man. It goes.
It really does.
Goes a
that
long
different?
way. Yeah, it does.
It really is that different?
Yeah, it clings to the wax a little bit more, so it makes it kind of more pliable. Or like spreadable.
Yeah.
More, I guess. But we're getting there. We're working it down. This part for sure stayed kind of hard. Whoa! Help! Help! Sorry, it's all. This is what I get for not bringing the right stuff. Also, stuff. So freaking hard to work with sometimes. Okay, I have more lotion in my hands, so that's helping too. Actually, I'm going to yeah, I'm actually going to redo this top part so I can mush more moisture into it before I start, since I don't have that petroleum jelly.
Do you want my lotion?
Nah, I got it.
Okay.
Cool, I put some more moisture in this first. Yeah, it's already feeling more pliable. Sweet! It's looking more fleshy too.
Oh yeah, look at.
It smells like gross. Alright, let's see. Let's see.
Oh, a little bit more up here. You have it just on the.
Cool. I think that'll work better. Whoop.
Oh.
That's okay. That part's actually not that big of a deal,
Yeah,
since we're going to
at
be
least it
covering
stays.
this anyway. And I think I'm going to actually flatten this out a little bit too before I put it down. just to help me out a little bit. Now let's see if I want it thicker. Nah, I lied. I don't want that. Look at that. I love the way it feels. It's kind of pretty close to your skin tone too, which is really nice. Yeah, now that I know that that actually spreads out a little bit more, I'm gonna just make this a little bit more spread out as it is. This little meat flap. Just kidding. Ew, yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. It really does work.
Alright. Yeah, that definitely helped to get it moistured up first. Moistured up for all of those people out there who love the word moist, which I'm sure, you know, is the thing that's going to make you hate me right now, but that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. All right, stuff. All right. Bum, bum, bum. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, because I'm having a great time. Woo!
That's cool.
Give me some more of this. There we go. That's definitely a lot better. Now
nice.
This lotion should go a lot further. Again, pro tip. Oh, good, because I definitely wanted this to kind of wrap more this way. Perfect. That was way better. Alright, just blend it out now. Cool, cool, cool. Smoothing out the edges is definitely the thing. It's kind of a hard thing. A little bit.
That makes sense.
That's
because you have to get it thin enough to match your skin.
Yeah, and because the edges are the part that you're trying to exactly that blend as closely into the look of your skin. Even if this looks raised, which is fine. I kind of like it if you can see it. Which is kind of what I was hoping for. Make it look like it was going in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm definitely like, yeah, put all of it on there. Oops, that part didn't really blend out as much as I wanted it to. Kind of stayed clumped up right there. Good to know for next time. Might remove that and re-clump it. Nah, it's okay. It's fine. It's all good. I also talk and sing to myself a lot, so if I happen to do that randomly, whoops, my bad. Let's see. A little bit. Sweet, sweet, sweet. The neighbors are watching something very explosive. It's just I just hear a bunch of explosions. It was really funny. Didn't need as much of that on the end, which is good to know in case we need that. Which might just yes and yes. It just keeps looking more and more like skin, and I love that.
Yeah.
What a creepy,
Isn't that crazy?
creepy world we live in. No, I'm just kidding. I have to really work on color theory next, just to like perfect this whole skin matching endeavor.
Yeah.
Because that's matching skin color is a very, very difficult thing to do.
I bet.
Yeah, there, yeah, that part chunked up. Come here. I don't want you to be chunked. Don't be a chunk. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. That was way better. Nobody ever shows this in like their tutorial videos. I feel like how long it takes to blend all of this stuff out.
Oh, yeah. They always fast forward.
I feel like it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not watching the right things. Or maybe I'm fast forwarding. Maybe I'm like, and it's just me. It's not even them. It's like I'm complaining and it's just because I'm not patient enough to watch it. That's my bad. Yeah. Get there. I don't be clumpy. Don't be clumpy. Well, you know what? It's okay. I'll just put a non-clump part on you. There we go. Happy. Getting happier. Getting happier. Oops, whoops. Oh, that's a clump. That's a straight clump. Get out of there, dude. I see where people make like ears and stuff. I can't wait to start doing that.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Right?
Yes. Like, yes, I want to create everything. Please let me. Let me.
I would totally wear ears.
Dude, I'm with you there. We'll do like a full one on you one of these days. Oh god, I like where it's sticking out. Maybe not as much, but there we go. Get out, clump. There. Looks like I just took out a lot of bubble gum. Lotion! Oh, maybe I should close my wax. That'd probably be a good thing. I'm gonna do that right now.
Does it dry out?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna really chance
Just
it.
in case.
You know, it's quite possible. Oh, there's a chunk in right there. Get out of there, chunk. Get out of there, little chunk. Why would you want to come out? I love it. Alright, sweet. Sweet and sweet. When I went to my hometown a couple weeks ago, the one that I showed you guys, the slice that I did on the arm.
Yeah.
I did that on my little cousin who's like just turned 13, and she put it on her Snapchat, and we didn't say anything to anybody. And her mom started getting a bunch of calls, like asking if she needed like what happened and like if she needed help while she went into the hospital. And so all her family, it was really great. I was like, dang, what a compliment. Yes, 911. Where are you at?
That's awesome.
It was great. I was so flattered. I was like,
yeah, right?
Thank you, everybody. I'm glad it looked real enough to scare everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I tried to scare everybody, but yay.
Who's your favorite horror director?
Favorite core director. I don't personally believe in favorites, so that's a very hard thing for me to do. But some of my favorite directors, John Carpenter.
Okay.
Obviously, John Carpenter. Wes Craven, just because I'm a huge fan of the Scream franchise, massive one. Neve Campbell, what a babe. Let's see. Obviously, I mean Steven Spielberg. How could you not? Quentin Tarantino, fantastic. Love me some Quentin Tarantino. Ben Wheatley is a very cool director that I've recently discovered. That's amazing. Richard Stanley. We were just talking about Color Out of Space. Yeah. I mean, God, there's just so many good things to enjoy in the world. You know, it's like it's just hard to choose.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, David Lindsay's on.
David! Freaking David! I love David! Bum, bum, bum. I don't want that much. There you go. That much. That was my excited voice. In case anybody was wondering. Bum, bum.
So what do you think of James Wan?
James Wong. Name something, then name something. Sometimes.
Conjuring, Insidious.
The Conjuring and
Saw.
Insidious. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so love the original Saw. I can't say that I liked any of the other ones, although I didn't see
He didn't
past
do any of
3.
the other ones.
I know, which is why he's cleared in my book. But talking about Saws, the only one that I particularly like is the first one. The Conjuring was amazing. That was actually one of my favorite horror movies that came out in the 2000s that was more Hollywood.
Yeah.
What else did we say? Saw was phenomenal. Like the first time I saw Saw, I can't even tell you how blown away I was by Saw. It was like, it was such a mind, just took you on this whole journey. I loved the crime aspect of it and just like waking up in the room, like how terrifying, like amazing. Who else? What else did he do? What did we? Oh, Insidious was really good too. I enjoyed Insidious, the first one. The second one was really interesting too, the way they did it.
Yeah, it was. No, James Wan is all about not doing sequels. If he directed the original, he won't direct the sequel. He's like, if I wanted it to begin with, I would have shot it in the first film.
Yeah, dude, I feel you there. Good for him, because like, man, people really mess that stuff up sometimes, and I would get really frustrated. Ridley Scott, obviously.
Yep.
Bong Joon-ho,
Awesome.
amazing. Hello, Snowpiercer.
I know.
Hello, Parasite. Like, if Paris.
Oh, those were good.
Oh, Parasite, man. I couldn't even with that film. It deserved all the awards that it got.
Like the fan theory of Snowpiercer being the sequel to Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, insanity. Absolutely insanity.
Like, it works.
I mean, it does. And like, it's really funny because like the second story of it anyway is really crazy and funny. 'Cause like once they go into the elevator, they actually go to space and have this whole like space adventure in the second one. They don't go to the chocolate factory right away or anything. So to hear like that crazy like fan theory, I thought was really funny. So like it's already crazy as it is as far as like Willy Wonka and stuff is concerned.
No, there's a film theory one of Willy
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why it makes me laugh because I love that theory already with
Yeah.
Willy Wonka, or not the theory, but the second version of Willy Wonka, that it's all crazy as it is. So it's even funnier with the Snowpiercer theory because it's like so outlandish as well.
Do you have a classic Hollywood Hollywood film you like?
Classic Hollywood. Oh, speaking of classic, I'm a huge Alfred Hitchcock fan too.
Yes.
Love Alfred Hitchcock. The Birds. I love The Birds, obviously. Vertigo is outstanding.
Rear Window is my favorite.
Rear Window. I mean, dude, talk about like in film history how just absolutely amazing that one is, you know? Like, holy
Sorry.
hell. No.
Stretch.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're doing, so don't even worry about it. Let's see. Ben Wheatley, I mentioned earlier, he's hasn't really done too much. He did a movie called The Kill List that just oh man, blew my freaking mind. There's even a part at the end where I'm still like arguing with myself over did that mean that or did that mean that? Which I love when you make me think about it like so long afterwards. That's one of my favorite things. He also did one called A Field in England, which is like this trippy like time period piece one, like this that's centered around like this British War and like all kinds of crazy stuff happened in that one. It's a huge mushroom trip basically, and it's amazing and I love it. All right, so I got it all. Gross looking up there. I got that right there, and then this right there. Bless you. Oh shit, I didn't want to move that much. Man. Thank you. Can you move it a little more that way? I'm so sorry. Trying to think of somebody else too. Who else horror-wise?
What do you think about like true crime horror?
True crime horror. Give me an example.
Like
The Strangers.
The Strangers.
That one is amazing. That one's terrified. Yeah, that one terrified the fuck out of me.
Last House on the Left.
Yeah, Last House on the Left. Last House on the Left. Talk about Wes Craven. The original, absolutely. The remake that I saw a couple years ago really sucked. I Spit on Your Grave or something. The remake of that. That one really sucked too. I didn't like that one at all.
What's the other one? Devil. When they're all the whole thing.
Oh, the elevator. Yeah, that one wasn't bad. It's good for a first watch, but after that, it's kind of like loses its magic, which is really upsetting. There's one, Ty West. I'm a huge Ty West fan. The Sacrament. Yeah. Stretch, do a thing. I'm gonna take a drink. Ty West. The Sacrament is amazing. Innkeepers is amazing. House of the Devil. All so freaking good. There was a movie that came out a few years ago too called We Are Here. We Are Still Here. That one was really good. I loved that one. Murder Party. That was another one that came out a couple of years ago. Amazing. Let the Right One In. Phenomenal. Probably my favorite vampire movie. Or, well, one of them.
The original one, the Russian one, is better.
I'm talking about that one. The new,
okay.
the Hollywood one is called Let Me In or some crap. I watched 5 minutes and I wanted to throw up. Yeah, no, it's not Russian. It's I'm trying to think of what it even is. I had to look it up too when I saw it, but yeah, that was one of my favorites that came out. That one was amazing. I was a huge fan of that one. I was like, why is this getting so sticky all of a sudden? Duh, because I need more lotion. Danielle's like, I didn't know this was gonna take so long. Now I'm regretting this. All right. Getting pretty much all of this blending down. Dun, 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 dun. So I could have done a better job smoothing out these edges, but like I said, I'll focus on that next time when I actually have petroleum to make this a little easier.
Yeah, right.
far as the spreading goes. Like I said, it's pretty nice that it matches so closely with your skin.
Yeah.
Spread it out. Spread it out.
Do you have a favorite serial killer?
A favorite serial killer? Not really. I don't really believe in idolizing serial killers or anything. I think they're interesting and stuff, obviously. But aside from that, not really. I think they're just that. They're just kind of interesting stories and interesting to kind of take into, you know, consideration, you know, how evil people can be and everything.
I can see that.
Okay, I'm gonna put just one more layer on the top part, just because I want it to be a little bit thicker right there. Whoa. The Changeling is one of my all-time favorites. The Exorcist 3 is one of my all-time favorites. Speaking of the Changeling.
I've never seen The Changeling.
So good. One of the best ghost stories that have ever come out. It's from 1984, I think. Maybe not. It's with George C. Scott, and I am a huge George C. Scott fan. He is amazing. He is also in The Exorcist 3. I think I actually like The Exorcist 3 more than I like The Exorcist.
Nice.
Which I love The Exorcist.
That you saw that a lot of people thought was scary. You watched it and you're like, what?
Yeah, a lot. I am not a fan really of like top level horror, so like Annabelle, The Nun, I'll never watch any of those. I get through like 5 minutes. Like anything jump scare, I don't really care for. Anything that's just gore for the sake of being gore and just shock value, don't care for. I'm very, very picky with movies, so I have to have good acting, good writing, good cinematography, good music, just a lot of things. I'm a very, very, very tough critic. So yeah, like The Nun and all of those, I don't really find scary at all. I think they're really cheesy and disappointing.
Okay.
That's just me personally on that one.
What about like classic slashers?
Classic
like
slashers.
And, like,
where
they are over the top and ridiculous, but like.
Oh no, and I don't find that over the top. Like when I think of over the top, I think of Mandy. That is some. So again, talk about adrenaline rush. That one goes about a 12 and then 15, and it's just so good. Yeah, again, Wes Craven. I'm a huge Wes Craven fan, so I absolutely love Freddy. I love Halloween, especially now. I love the 70s feel and stuff to it. I really enjoy that a lot. Let's see others. Friday the 13th, I really enjoy more so for the angsty part of it and like the campy part of it and just being. Well, that's the part I really, really love about that. I think that's great. Let me see. Just a little bit more on the top.
Freddy versus Jason.
The color
That was
difference.
a horror movie for me. Like I'm watching it. It was just like an action movie. Like it wasn't even scary.
Oh god, I will never watch it. As soon as I saw it come out. It's one of those that I'm like, I don't like franchises for one, and especially like franchises that just for the sake of having a franchise kind of feeling for me. Too much cheese. Too much cheese. That's not the type of horror I go for.
Well, it's kind of cool because like the two bad guys come out and they're fighting for turf.
Yeah.
Because like Freddy's forgotten. Nobody goes to the camp anymore, so Jason isn't killing. And then they're both brought back and they're fighting over who can kill what teenagers.
I'm already so turned off. Like, nah, pass. I'll watch the original. It is a good story. It's a great story.
How about Stephen King films? Like,
I love a lot of Stephen King and hate a lot of Stephen King films, so that's always a good one. It was okay. It's kind of a passable one for me as far as like the story goes too. So it's just not one of my personal favorites as far as Stephen King goes, but it was really good. The original It I really enjoyed, and I really hated the new one.
Really?
Absolutely hated it. It was the worst storytelling and character development I have ever seen. Part of what made Stand By Me and Dreamcatcher and It, even the original one from the 90s, so good was it had so much heart. And the Losers Club specifically, they went into the sewer because they wanted to, because kids were being found mutilated and murdered and nobody was paying attention to it. They wanted to go and stop this for good, and they made it in the movie just about the girl, and I'm like, that's already cheesy. And they took away some of the characteristics of the other kids in the new It, and they just like had them as just people that were hanging out with the group. And then they also that big old fight. Like, I never once believed that those kids in the new one would go down into that sewer to go and save anybody, much less come back in the new one. And then they showed everything. They showed they showed the web, and they showed it the first time when they went down there, and then they made it the stereotypical scary place, the scary house, or that's where they went and that was the gateway. I preferred the sewer. So I honestly don't see why they even like made a second one to that one. Yeah, I thought it was crap. I hated it. The scary parts were really cool. Like, I loved Asgard, like as the Skarsgård as the clown. He was amazing. I wish I had more It, especially in the first one, and I wish I had more of the scary parts because the scary parts were really freaking good. But it had no heart as far as those kids and the characters, and I could not handle that. I was not a fan of the new It whatsoever. I actually ranted and raved and was pissed when the new It came in, and I was so excited. I was so, because like the quality and the way it's shot and the filming and everything, like it's freaking beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But again, like it had no heart for me. I did not believe that those kids would go down there. And then I hated that they made it, because I hate that they made it that they wanted to go down there just because of the girl. It's like, no, in the book it was not that way, and in the old one it was not that way. They went down there because they believed in something more.
Well, there's also scenes in the book that
Oh yeah,
are
no.
never going to be shown in a movie.
Well, yeah, of course not, but that's just distasteful at that point. But I don't, like I said, I don't need over the top gore, to make me happy with that whatsoever. It had no heart as far as those kids go. The Losers Club was the lamest Losers Club in that depiction, in my sense, and that made me so sad. And I'm the only person that I can think of that didn't particularly like it as much besides Josh. But again, I'm a very, very, very picky and difficult horror movie fan. So you have to blow my mind. I also hate when I can guess the end of the story. If I can guess it, you screwed up. Ugh, Ari Aster and Robert Eggers. How did I forget them in this conversation? That's a big no-no. Talk about some of my all-time favorites in the entire world. As far as like new directors go, Ari Aster and Robert Eggers are on the tip top of the list for me. They're the ones that are responsible for The Witch, The Lighthouse, Hereditary, and Midsommar, and I loved every single one of them. I was so just taken back by, like, those movies are the prime example of everything that I look for in horror movies. I had absolutely nothing wrong with any of those. I was so happy. So happy in all sense of it. So those ones in Color Out of Space. If you want a good idea on good recent stuff that I just love, that's probably it. Alright, so I think just about done with this skin portion of it. I wish it was a little bit smoother, but at this point, without some petroleum, I'm just gonna kind of say we're at about as good as we're gonna get, except for this end. That did not work out. my mom was the biggest horror movie person in my entire life. So I have horror movies in the back of my head since I can remember. So it's her fault. So as I got older, I guess it's just natural to like need more of that feeling, you know, that horror movies give you.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't have that feeling, then dang it, it's just so sad. I feel like comedy is along the same line as that. You know, it's like for people, it's like so hard to find your particular brand of comedy, or at least it is for me.
Yeah.
That's why I was so happy with Rick and Morty. I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard at something. All right. I didn't need that part, but I'm getting in there at all too much. Let me know.
No, you're fine.
Cool.
I don't feel anything.
Awesome. That's good. Except a bunch of numbness.
Yeah.
Numb arm.
What's the worst horror movie you watched? Like you watch it like this was a total waste of time.
This was a waste of my time horror movie. Ooh.
Like I want to get that time back so that I can do something else.
Let's see. I'm sure it definitely happens with a lot of horror movies, but I'm pretty good, I feel like, on the outside, like already knowing like I'm definitely not gonna like that. I'm not even gonna bother wasting my time. But I am a huge sci-fi fan, so the one I loved Pitch Black and the Chronicles of Riddick. I thought they were very, very cool and very interesting and very fun sci-fi movies. I actually didn't see that one.
It's animated so well.
I heard I have it. I just haven't like taken the time to go and do it, like to actually watch it. I'll watch it one of these days. The animated one, the second one, and I love that it continued the story in between them too. It wasn't like it was just thrown out there. Yeah, exactly. And I thought that was really great. And it was just that they didn't have a budget. And then the Chronicles of Riddick was so cool. I loved all the different planets that they got to go to. I loved that the girl like tried to follow in his footsteps, all this stuff. And then Riddick comes out. And I was so excited. And that was one of the 2 movies that in my life I wanted to walk out of. It was so bad. So awful.
That's why I haven't seen it.
Don't do it. It is. And then like he got an R rating for it and I was even more pumped. I was like, yeah, we're gonna get Riddick R rated. Like, yes. And he didn't even do anything with it. Except for a really bad half-baked sex scene. it was just not good. It was just really, really not good. And yeah, that one I wanted to walk out of, and I wanted to walk out of but I was with a friend that actually really liked it during the middle of us watching it. I wanted to also walk out of Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom, whatever that first one was. I think that's what it was called. No, not Fallen Kingdom. Is that the new one? Whatever, the first new Jurassic Park movie that came out. I will never see any of the new ones at all. I thought it was cool to see the park. That was about it. I hated everything else about it.
Really?
I did not enjoy it, not one bit.
No?
I really did want to walk out of that one. I will never again watch it. It was the biggest Hollywood cheese fest of my life. Didn't care about the characters, didn't believe in what they were doing. Again, I was like in tears almost that we got to see the park. And I hated the stupid, like, we got Mad Max and Furiosa that year, but we got freaking Dallas Bryce Howard running in heels and not having the sense to take off her damn heels the whole movie, and enough to highlight it, enough to like, this is so cool, women running in heels away from like, why did you even have that I don't understand. It was so bad. Yeah. It was so bad to me, and so just like, oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, it's like you gave us a cool ass female like heroine in like this cool big ass blockbuster, and then you gave me Jurassic World. Yeah. Oh, hey, nice. All right, so
that looks so cool.
I'm so glad.
Poking out my arm.
Poke it out of your arm. And actually, I'm gonna actually bring that back a little bit now that I'm looking at it in the screen. Again, I couldn't really find any tutorials on really how to do this too well, so
yeah,
we're just figuring it out, and I'm fine with that. Even though Danielle's like, what did I get myself into? Just kidding.
Nah, I'm fine.
I always try to find something like worth it in movies.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like the practical effects and stuff like that, like
yeah,
they do an amazing job, knock it out of the park. But like the movie itself is stupid, but like
yeah,
the effects are well done. Right?
yeah.
And then it could be the reverse.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Scorpion King was cool.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. It was the concept. I wish it was better. Oh god, yeah. The Scorpion King was really bad.
The one where where the Rock is actually the Scorpion. What is that? The Mummy Returns?
It's the bad CGI. Oh my god, the bad CGI. Yeah, it was the.
Was good.
That movie was amazing, but the bad CGI, The Rock.
Like,
oh
my
god. Yeah, like who allowed? Yeah, dude, bad CGI does so much bad. Like literally though.
No, the one movie I actually wanted to walk out, but ended up falling asleep to.
Yeah.
The Last Airbender.
Oh, so bad.
I know.
So bad. I honestly knew, and of course I loved, M. Night, so like I really had high hopes, but man, he just did not do well with his own story.
No.
Or with not doing his own story, I mean.
M. Night's kind of following the path of Kubrick almost.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he was better with less of a budget.
Yep. Oh. Yeah.
And then he got a huge budget and he forgot to tell a story.
Yeah. Or just got bogged down. Yeah, somebody else's story he just did not do that well with, and it was so disappointing. And because like I love Avatar so much. They just announced today that the original writers that jumped on board to do the live action with Netflix, they just stepped out. They are no longer part of the project as of today, so that already tells me that I'm gonna be pissed about it. They're already. I'm so sick of live actions. I'm so sick of live actions.
Yeah.
So sick of it, let me tell you. And then to hear that, I'm even more so like, no, don't make me. All right, so at this point, I'm going to try and match your color a little bit more. You're so light.
Yeah.
So much lighter than these.
I don't see much sun.
Oh, it's actually bad. That's what we need. We need a little bit of this light one for Danielle. But then we also need a little bit of this other light one for Danielle.
Light one. It's white. It's not light. It's white.
I know, you're so cute. Actually, I do a little bit more of that white. Oh, dude. Just a lot, though. Freaking Sam. Oh, that
Sam,
was really
white
light.
balance. Stick out your arm.
Stick out your arm, dude. Me too. Who am I even kidding? My face especially. I take such like ghosty pictures sometimes. So I'm actually not gonna spend too much time on this, just because I mentioned before I haven't really worked on color matching or anything, and I'm not trying to do that today whatsoever.
No.
So no,
That's fine.
That's not the thing I'm focusing on. So I'm just kind of doing this more out of practice than anything, just to kind of see if I can get your tone on kind of like the first shot, which I did there for a second, but got a little dark. You're so funny. It's white. Oh, that's so great. So as you can see, this is why you use petroleum jelly, so you can smooth out edges.
Yeah.
So right. It doesn't lift right there too, because I'm getting some of these edges that are lifting, which is really annoying. And I kind of want to go back and do the whole thing, but I'm not going to, because that's not what we're going to do today. So actually, I'm just going to tell me to match too bad right there.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is more so Oh, in case so this is just another thing that came in the original FX kit that I got. It's the basic just skin tone Marin palette. It gives you a couple of like darker colors and some grays and some whites in there too, which was nice. I actually bought a couple of other palettes, so I don't typically want to spend a lot of time using this one when I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. Not really. I didn't want to put that in the white, but that's okay. Let's make it a little less pink, which is mainly what I'm going for. Bum, 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 bum. Yes! Cool, 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 cool. So, let's see. I'm going to add just a little bit of the Marin Bruise Wheel is what this is. I'm going to use just a little bit of the light red just to kind of add a tiny bit of irritation on Danielle. And then I'm going to pat it down because I don't actually want it to be as blotchy. Again, I pretty much use my fingers for everything because that's the way I prefer to do things. So just spread that out a little bit so it doesn't look so splotchy. Looks just a little bit more irritated.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's what we're going for. That little much there. That. Some of that.
I know what I'm super excited to see the end of.
Ooh, tell me.
Supernatural.
I haven't seen any of Supernatural, so I couldn't tell you. Josh just showed me a little bit. I saw the Scooby-Doo special. It was really funny,
Yeah.
and I laughed really hard.
There is there's a couple seasons in there where it's like, okay, this is just a show about two brothers arguing.
Yeah.
But then it course corrects quickly.
Oh, that's good. So they really picked up on like what isn't
They
working.
have a couple seasons where kind of like, but then yeah, they fixed it.
That's good. That's good to know. So I'll have like a little bit of a bump in the road, but I can know that it'll get fixed.
Yeah. So the last 10 episodes will be released later this fall.
Oh, nice! Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So the last.
Holy shit! I heard that it was kind of like on its little writing end.
Yeah.
Funny.
So it literally is the end of the story. So it's so cool. They go from trying to find a demon that took their mother to.
Oh, so that's how it all started.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I pulled a hair.
Oh, my bad.
I was just like, oh, I felt that one.
Cool. I actually didn't even see any of your hairs, or I would have freaking prepped that already.
Well, they're just a tiny little.
Oh, that's what it is. They're
Just
tiny
the
little blonde hairs.
Exactly.
Alright, so I'm just kind of adding a little bit of red little irritations around the part that I just did. It's a little shiny. So I'm going to add a little bit of the Marin white powder to take a little bit of the shine away. Blah, 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 blah. less shiny. Probably should clean that before I did that, but that's fine. That's totally fine. All right, let's see. What are we doing next here? Alright, so did some of that, did some of that. I'm gonna add a little bit of this, and then a little bit of this. So these are a bunch of, ooh, I haven't used this one yet. This is, I just bought this. It's a Ben Nye Fresh Scab. So it has some very nice, like, textures in here for this blood, which I really like. It's really dark. But this is more...
Let me know when you're ready. I'll put it back up.
Yeah, no, you're good. Let me see. Do I need any of that? No, I don't. All right, cool. I'm ready when you are. All right, so I'm going to use some of this darker one just because I want to play with it. So thick! Oh my gosh, it is so freaking thick. I'm just going to put some of that in there. Kind of make more stain. Here. Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah, right?
It's so like thick. I love it. I freaking love it. Put some of that in there just to kind of create some dark.
That's cool, and it's almost like chunky.
Yeah, it has so much jelly to it, which I love. I'm so glad we got to use this. I'm really excited. Go. Go. Just throw some on there too. Yes.
Yeah. Why not?
Hell yes, I want to do that. I love blood. I love blood. This is so great. It always makes me so happy when I start like seeing things happen. Whoa! Okay. So I guess I used enough of that, even though I would really like to use a lot more. Just because it's really cool. But I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. Actually,
There we go.
I'm gonna use some over here.
I was like, oh, this is perfect. You can see right down the...
Protrude that down there too at some point. Kind of like it almost went through, but did it. Yes! Set that off. Let's see. What kind of blood do I want next? This is the squirt kind. This is the stage kind. This is more syrupy. This one's a little bit lighter. Let's do this more syrupy one. Oops, got a little more bigger. Danielle did it. She fixed it. Alright, so now, oh, it smells almost sweet too. I'm going to use the little Marin stage blood that I have. It has just like a more syrupy consistency, and it has like a lighter blood. Yay! Where'd it go?
Oh, okay.
There it is. I was like, I knew I was using something else. I'm actually gonna just straight up split some of that right there. Well. Actually gonna add just some more. Where's my breeze wheel? Ah, there you are. Some more red. Do I want a brush? I think I might want a brush. Ooh, black on it. Get that off. Oh, too much of that black coming through. Oh, actually, need just a lighter red. Too light, too light. Yeah, I need a little bit more irritation to it. Which I just might have added a little too much right there, but it's fine. It's crazy. It's literally just like, you know, Photoshop or literally anything else. It's just a bunch of freaking layers and then some.
It's going.
It's going.
That's awesome.
No, it's on video. Yes. Alright, I think we're pretty much done for today. I could blend this out more and do some more, but I have so much freaking red on my hands now. Oh, there we go. There's my freaking clean thing. You know, I'm just gonna throw some more blood on there just because I want to throw some more blood on things. And because this one is really like fresh blood looking, so I guess I'll just throw that last little bit in there. And then, okay, fine. I'll use a little more. It's fine. It's fine. It's like, who looks more massacred at this point?
Oh, it's so juicy.
So juicy.
Mhm.
Squeeze it, it's gonna like blood's gonna squirt out.
Squirt out. Dang, I wish. That would have been sick. Alright, so we're pretty much finished for today. Lots of learning. Lots of new learning. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's behind here. That way.
Alright.
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I want to blot that out now. Absolutely want to blot that out now.
Oh,
Good.
it's all drooling.
It's all drooling.
Blood everywhere.
I love blood everywhere. Is that it? Is that the thing?
That's awesome.
Stick it through a little now. All right, let's see if we can pull it out. Yeah, I can't pull it out, but we're just gonna mess it up. All gone, all done.
You're an amazing healer.
Whoa! Miyagi style. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. And that's it. That's the thing. We did it. We ruined it. Now I have this big old bloody heaping pulp of flesh.
Yeah, right?
Ooh, sticky.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. So I wanted it to be a little less protruding than just going straight all the way through. So not too bad. Good learning experience.
No, that was cool.
We'll have to do better next time, which I'm really excited to do.
Right?
Yeah. Again,
Well,
never done a
and-
protruding
Yeah.
item.
We'll make sure to have Vaseline next time.
Yeah, definitely the hard part. Didn't have Vaseline, so you know. Only
I
so
think
much
that's
you
cool.
can do. But thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun. I love just practicing new things and trying new things. So this is one of my new endeavors. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll do
Even
another.
without it on there, it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks all
Like-
just texturize it a little bit. Add some more color. We'll do
Yeah.
it. We'll do a whole nother wound. It'll
Right?
be great.
That's awesome.
But if you guys haven't yet, please subscribe. We have a bunch of other things that are going to be coming up here very, very soon because, we like to keep you surprised, obviously, because who even knew we were going to be doing this today? Apparently, we kind of barely did.
Right?
Yeah, pretty much. So again, like, subscribe, follow Twitter, Mixer, YouTube, Facebook, all the other things that I'm probably forgetting. But those things, find us on those things too. And stay tuned. We'll be doing some more stuff, me and Danielle, starting next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll find out what day. Chris and Sam are going to be back tomorrow.
Yep.
And then Friday again. You can catch us at 6 o'clock. So stay tuned. I'll catch you guys later. We're going to go get cleaned up now. Bye. Bye. Lotion.
Yeah.